Believe it or not, there's peace in the Middle East. It looks like Donald Trump's peace plan was right, and a lot of people were laughing at him, but today nobody is laughing. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Military Insider. Today we have a lot of stuff to discuss from Donald Trump's remarks after the peace deal. I have Senator Fetterman making some comments about this. We have Barack Obama tweeting, so I want you to stay with me until the end so you know what's going on in the Middle East. Make sure you hit that like, you hit that subscribe button, and really help the channel out, okay? Let's jump right into it. So we got Benny Johnson here. Thank you, Benny, posting this on X yesterday. President Trump on his monumental Gaza peace deal. So great for Israel, so great for Muslims, for the Arab countries, and so great for this country. In that we could be involved in making a deal like this happen. Let's hear Donald Trump here giving some remarks.
Great honor to be involved in it. We had some tremendous help, as you know, with everybody from Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner and Marco, and we had everybody. JD, the whole group was just amazing, and the military was, as you know, very instrumental in getting this done. We have a great military with great leadership.
There's a lot of people involved here. Military, the Secretary Rubio. There was a lot of people involved here. I don't know if you saw the press conference yesterday when Secretary Rubio gave Donald Trump a piece of paper with a note, and then that's when he put out to the press that a peace deal was in the making.
The whole world came together, to be honest. So many countries that you wouldn't have even thought of it, they came together. The world has come together around this deal. And that's something I would say that without that...
he has the support from countries around Israel and Gaza, in the Middle East, supporting this peace plan from Donald Trump.
Didn't happen. So many countries that you wouldn't have thought of have wired their best wishes and their commitment to do whatever is necessary. The countries surrounding have all signed. I mean, they're all signed up, and it's been really an amazing period of time, and so great for Israel, so great for Muslims, for the Arab countries, and so great for this country, for the United States of America, and that we could be involved in, making a deal like this happen, because it was, many years they talked about peace in the Middle East. This is more than Gaza. This is peace in the Middle East. And
there you go. There's peace in the Middle East. This is something big, guys. This is something that has been, back and forward with killing people, innocent people, and they've been trying to get this war completely done and over. There's a lot of people involved here, innocent people, and I'm so happy for a country. I think this is history right here. But let me show you. This is what we have so far, as far of the Gaza ceasefire deal. After 3 days of intense indirect negotiation in Egypt, U.S. President Donald Trump said Israel and Hamas have signed off on the first phase of the 20-point peace plan he unveiled last week. I'm going to leave a link in my description about the 20-point peace plan that he put out a couple weeks ago, so you know what they're talking about. It's very there's a lot of information there. You can go through it. It'll lay out the whole peace plan. Let's continue reading. These means that all of the hostages will be released very soon, and Israel will withdraw their troops to an agreed upon line as the first step towards strong, durable, and everlasting peace. He posted on social media without providing further details about what the first phase entails. It comes to 2 years and 2 days after the Hamas-led attack on southern Israel on 7 October 2023, in which about 1,200 people were killed and 251 others taken hostage. That was 2 years ago. They were remembering the 2-year anniversary of the terrorist attack. This triggered a massive Israeli military offensive in Gaza, which has killed more than 6,700 people, according to the territory's Hamas-run health ministry. Its figures are seen as accurate by the UN and other international bodies. Israel's security cabinet will meet to approve the first phase of the plan on Thursday evening, after which the full cabinet will also vote on it. This is what we know. I'm going to give you guys, stay with me. I'm going to show you guys a video about the different phases, like a summary of all the phases and a couple roadblocks they might encounter in the whole plan, okay? Let's see what has been agreed. Once the agreement is formally approved as expected by the Israeli cabinet, a ceasefire will take effect. So pretty much once the agreement is formally approved by both parties, the ceasefire will take effect. Reports in Israeli media suggest this will happen immediately, although a spokesperson for the Prime Minister's office said it will begin within 24 hours of the cabinet approval. So if this gets approved today, by tomorrow, Friday, everything should be it should be a ceasefire in place, and I assume the first phase will start on Monday. The Israeli military will withdraw to a line that will leave it in control of about 53% of the strip, the spokesperson said. According to a map distributed by the White House last week, this is the first step of 3 stages of of Israeli withdrawals. The Israeli military said on Thursday that preparations were on their way to transition to adjusted deployment lines soon. After this 72-hour counter will begin, during which Hamas must release all 20 of the hostages believed to be alive. The return of the bodies of the 28 deceased hostage will follow. So pretty much they want them to release the 20 hostages they have and the other 28 that are deceased. Now, let me show you what I was telling you guys in a little bit ago about the actual phase plan about the once Hamas accepts President Trump. Let's take a look.
Let's go over it so you have an understanding of what they've...
This is coming from Fox News. Hamas accepts President Trump's peace plan ending the war in Gaza after 2 years and returning all the hostages.
Perhaps we framed out over in Cairo, Egypt. War will end immediately. So the fighting that's still continuing, we saw smoke coming out of Gaza, will cease. I don't think that'll be much of a problem. All hostages alive at the cease to be returned within 72 hours. We don't know when the clock actually starts ticking, but let's say Monday.
There you go. That's what I was telling you guys. Probably by Monday, if they sign the agreement today, 24 hours tomorrow will be ceasefire, and by Monday they should start releasing the hostages alive and deceased.
At which time you'll have 20 plus alive and over 50 bodies collected. Right now that's taking place, we understand, between all the different factions. There are groups that are holding hostages that are not members of Hamas but have the same militant mindset. Israel released 250 people with life sentences. That means more than likely they have killed before. Think about how difficult that is. 1,700 Gazans, some people have been captured during this fighting. Keep in mind,
there's a lot of stuff in place here. I mean, both parties, Israel and the Hamas, they have to release hostages. They have to release prisoners. So it'll be tough, you know. And I know for a fact it will take some time. And then after that, you know, it'll come the reconstruction of the whole strip. So we'll see.
Sinwar was one of the people that was exchanged for one hostage last time. He ends up being the architect of the October 7th attack. Thankfully, him and his brother are dead. Hamas members could be given amnesty if they decommission their weapons and agree to give up their rockets.
You see, they need to decommission their weapons and give up the rockets. That's the big roadblock I see in this phase plan. I don't know how that's going to end up working. We'll see. Hopefully, Hamas do something about this, but I think this is going to be a big roadblock.
The sticking point yesterday, we believe somehow they overcame it. Hamas will not have any role in the governance of Gaza, we should hope. Israel will not occupy or annex Gaza. That's not going to be an issue. The issue was really more the West Bank area where the Palestinian Authority mostly has the authority, but I don't think they're looking to take any Gaza. And I don't think that was much of something to be hurdled. Gaza will be governed by a temporary transition government. This is going to be key, and that government's going to be chaired by a peace council by President Trump.
So Gaza will be governed by a transitional government from it'll be chaired by President Trump and others, including former UK Prime Minister Tony Blair. And then at the end, you got the possible path to Palestinian self-determination and statehood. So that's pretty much a couple of the steps within this phase peace plan, but we'll see. Hopefully they can get into an agreement today, tomorrow. they sign everything ceasefire, and then by Monday they should start releasing hostages. Now let's take a look at President Barack Obama. 2 hours ago, after 2 years of unimaginable loss and suffering for Israel families and the people of Gaza, we should all be encouraged and relieved that an end to the conflict is within sight, that those hostages still being held will be reunited with their families, and that vital aid can start reaching those inside Gaza whose lives have been shattered. More than that, though, it now falls on Israel's and Palestinians, with the support of the United States and the entire world community, to begin the hard task of rebuilding Gaza, and to commit to a process that, by recognizing the common humanity and basic rights of both people, can achieve lasting peace. President Barack Obama had to, he had to chip in on this. He did not mention the current administration or President Trump. Of course, he's not going to do that. But at least it's a acknowledgement from President Barack Obama. Now, guys, I want you guys to watch this. This is Senator Fetterman from Pennsylvania saying that he will be the Democratic leading the charge for President Trump to win the Nobel Peace Prize if he can bring an end to the war in Ukraine, after the administration finalized a peace plan with Hamas to free all hostages and end the conflict in Gaza. Yes, you heard that right. A Democratic senator from the state of Pennsylvania saying that he will lead the charge for President Trump to win the Nobel Peace Prize. Let's see what he's had to say.
I think the whole point of having a Nobel Peace Prize is for ending wars and promoting peace. And I'm going to make a direct appeal to the president. I hope he chooses to provide the tomahawks to the Ukrainians too, and give them the tools that they need to push back against Russia. And if he brings the Ukrainian war to its end, I'll be the Democrat leading the committee for his Nobel Prize Peace.
There you go. There you got it. Senator Fetterman from the Democratic Party saying that he will charge President Trump to win the Nobel Prize. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys think about this? Do you think he will be switching parties in the next election? We'll see. There's a lot of stuff that we need to watch in this couple weeks, and it's gonna be fun. I hope you like this content, guys. Make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe button. It really helped the channel out. Thank you so much for your support, and we'll see you on the next one. Stay safe.